I've got Vern, the mechanic, Cathey joining me, going up against Wolverine Power Slap number 11 in Saudi Arabia. This is your opportunity, your moment to shine on the biggest stage of all. How excited are you that this match is going to finally take place after it was postponed from Power Slap number 10?
I'm just ready to get it over with, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I was so excited at 10, ready to do it, and then it gets postponed, and then you got to wait, so just the anxiety is just built.
Yeah, I mean, it's built for a while. There was rumblings that the prince requested this matchup specifically in Saudi Arabia, which is why it got postponed. Can you give any truth to that? And if you knew that is the case, and does it make it any more special?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they told me, and so I don't see why it wouldn't be the truth. Right now he's doing, he had that big boxing match with Fury and Usyk, and so everything he's just trying to build every fighting sport over there. So yeah, he's just trying to make the best show possible.
Yeah, and I mean, this matchup is going to be a phenomenal matchup. Talk to me about what you've seen from Wolverine. Obviously, a ton of experience. You've seen his entire journey now. Talk to me about what you see in his game of where we're at now in the first part of 2025.
I think he's just trying to play it smart, and he's really I say he's strategic, but he's only going to do what he wants to do, and I feel this, after me beating Turpin, him beating Turpin, Turpin missing weight with both of us. I just feel this is the match that needs to happen. And
Mhm.
when I beat Ron, I think it's just gonna kind of slowly put him down the tier. He's just gonna go down. But that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying I think I'm at this point I'm better than him.
Yeah, I mean, we've heard from a lot of fighters, they say once you get cracked and your chin's been broken, that it's easier for it to happen again. I mean, you're someone who went through that and you've been able to resurrect your career. Do you feel that Ron, or obviously with Austin, being able to, put Ron down the way that he did, do you feel that potentially his chin is cracked and he's not the fighter that he used to be?
No, no, I don't feel that at all. I just think it was just it's just a situation where he wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. He wasn't, you know, there's a lot goes into it, and you know this as well as I do. There's, you know, how long you stay down, when you get up, what you do. There's a lot of things that play part in this, and I feel that I'm trying to put a whole game together for myself and a whole match. So if I get knocked down, I got things I have to do, and I have to be on top of it. So I just feel that he wasn't on top of his game against Austin, and it wasn't a bad thing. He just got rocked, and he didn't take his
Mhm.
time, and he messed up.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that was at heavyweight, not at light heavy. You've been at light heavy this entire time. You're used to the weight cuts now. You kind of find yourself naturally there. You know, do you feel like this truly is kind of the pinnacle of everything that you've done? I mean, I know on our channel we've talked before about kind of your combat, history. Um, you know, for lack of a better term, your kind of farm boy upbringing. Do you feel like everything you've done, every physical activity, every, piece of competition, whether it be wrestling in high school, is leading you to this moment right now in your life and your career?
Yeah, 100%. Just how I was raised, and never back down, always get back on the horse. I mean, like I had an interview with you once, and I was nervous when I had to beat Bear Bennett. They're like, "Oh, what were you going to happen?" I'm like, they don't want guys under 500. If I dipped under
Mhm.
500, I was going to be screwed. So you just grit through it and you do it. But as a pinnacle, yeah, this is the pinnacle of everything I've done. Powerlifting, everything. I'm finally on the stage, like the number one stage, and yeah, I feel I'm going to pull through.
Awesome. What do you think gives you an edge in this match?
Just honestly, it's like me, my emotion, being emotionless and being stoic. I think Ron, going overseas and all that stuff. I mean, he's just not used to that kind of travel and being around that situation. So I think mentally I'll be better prepared than him.
Yeah, physically, what have you been working on?
Honestly, it's just, technique and just, remembering just clinching and just because I think that was my biggest thing. My two knockouts, I was new to the sport. I was new to it, and I thought you could roll with it. I thought you could take it, and I just learned that I'm the guy that just has to grit it out and just
Mhm.
clinch as hard as I can and just take the hit. So I've been working on clinching and not moving my head side to side. I've done everything within the proper range of the rules, so that's what I've been focusing on.
Do you think early on you kinda overthought the entire process? I mean, you kinda talked about just going up there, and kinda grin and bearing it. Do you think you maybe put a little bit too much thought process to it, and maybe just for a guy like you said, just going up there, just being raw, being real has allowed you to have more success?
Yeah, yeah. I just needed to. I've always been tough, and I just needed to be tough. I was trying to play the game. You
Mhm,
like oh, there's just you'll see some people that they're not up there gritting it. They're not up there. They're making a show out of it. I can't do that. So I just know I gotta grit through it. And the guys that seem like they try to roll with it, they try to like do little things that just doesn't work out for them.
yeah. Well, dude, I remember seeing you at the Durango, and you put on one hell of a show there. Your energy was unmatched, like I've never seen, ever since. Are we gonna see that version of Vern Cathey again?
Yes, I am definitely like every round, every time, Ron's gonna come with his best because, I feel
Mhm,
he thinks I'm the best opponent he's faced in a long time. So I have a
mhm,
feeling he's gonna get emotional too. So it'll it'll be you know, I don't know if I can knock him down, but I think I can. But
mhm.
it's just gonna be a match, a very, very, very good match.
Yeah, kinda building on that, not knowing if you knock him down or not. Do you foresee this going late? Do you foresee it kinda going into those championship rounds?
I don't think it's gonna go 4 or 5. I think I can get him by 3, only because, I progressively hit harder and I have confidence in myself on taking the hit. So now that I'm confident in that, I can focus on my job on hitting. So yeah,
Mhm.
I feel 3rd round. I don't think I could do a 1 or 2 on him. I think he's a guy that you have to, work on, chop the tree. And that's what
Mhm.
Turpin did, and I think I'll just be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about getting progressively better as you go with your strikes. Like, are you purposely, and I don't know, tell me, like, are you hitting at 70% your first time just to kind of focus on accuracy and not worry with the nerves? Like, is it 80%? Like, you kind of go, like, how do you decide if you're to progressively start swinging harder every time?
Well, I think it's gonna be in the moment, um, but I want to make sure my first hit is correct and I have every measurement that I need. Um, just like with Delvin, I almost missed his face on the first one. I mean, I hit him
Mhm,
just with my fingertips, and because I wasn't 100%, I was able to adjust. I instantly I was like, okay, I was too far back, so I adjusted, and then I gave it a better hit. So in
mhm.
my eyes, that's what I'm doing. I'm just like ramping up to make myself better and better by little movements.
Yeah. I mean, this one here definitely a clash of the OGs. We know Ron is a very clean striker. We've seen that up to date. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's had maybe at least one foul that I could recall on the
Hmm.
offensive side. So definitely don't have to worry about that. We see them keep tweaking the rules every single match to try to perfect this. Perfect the rules around power slap. Things seemingly are getting better over time. Are you comfortable and confident with where the rule set is now from where it was that you're going to be able to get up there and really put on potentially fight of the night with Wolverine?
Yeah, I mean, everything that I do when I compete, I've always been within the rule set, and I'm very, very open with the judges and the officials and everyone, and we talk. So I'm like, when I go out there, I know exactly what they want, and
Mhm,
and they've changed rules in a way that's better for us on hitting and even taking the slap, because they're understanding now. the clinch. When we clinch and like as long as we're not affecting their movement, like my head moves a little bit and they're okay with it. But the guys that are
Mhm.
like bobbing and weaving, so they're actually trying to do it to make it so we can lift our feet just a little. We can do this, do that, and I'm able to adjust my body to it. So yeah, I like it. I like that they do it,
Yeah.
and it shows true athletes because the people that bitch about it are the ones that are like, "Oh, I've been doing it like this forever." Well, sorry,
Mhm.
you can't do it like that now.
Yeah, well, the one rule change that I thought was interesting is now that after your strike makes contact, you can then lift that foot. And so I think that kind of, I think in the beginning, obviously there's some uncertainty as
Yeah.
to, as to that rule. But I think for people that actually know it, I think it definitely, just adds a different layer of technique to it, and kind of what you've alluded to. So,
So
um,
I'll tell you this: when I fully retire, which is going to be a while, I'll
mhm,
break everything down that I've ever done for you on your podcast, everything,
perfect.
and it will be an eye-opening event. People will be like, "What the fuck?" Because I really, I'm an athlete, and I love
Mhm,
saying that because I'm proud of it. But I will adjust everything to what they want every single time.
mhm. Awesome. I'm gonna hold you to it, all right? You
I
have
will,
to give me the exclusive. That's slap
I
news.
will give you the exclusive, and because then it won't affect me ever again. People can't, I won't compete. So I will give you the exclusive when I
Mhm.
retire, and it's probably gonna be 4 or 5 years from now. And it'll be you'll be like you'll be mind blown. You'll be like, wow.
Awesome, dude. Wolverine's watching his interview. What do you wanna say to him?
I just want to tell Ron, bring your best. I'm going to bring my best, and just remember, you know, we're putting on a show, and I want to beat you, and that's my goal.
Awesome, Vern. Appreciate you joining me. Travel safe and make sure you bring your best come fight night. I'm excited for everything that's to come. One last one. Drop your social handle so everyone can follow you if they're not doing so already going into the match.
Man, everyone, just tune into Instagram. Watch on Rumble, everything, and that's Vern the Mechanic Kathy on Instagram.
Great. Have a good day.
Thank you.